What is up, everybody? What's good? It's War here. I'm coming to talk to y'all about some economics. Some economics, okay? Now, I recorded this video earlier at like 9:30 in the fucking morning, 9 o'clock when I woke up, and it sounded like shit. So I'm doing it again. Now, what I really want to talk about is the amount of gold being put into the game opposed to the amount of gold being removed from the game. Let's use an example of, let's say you have 1,000 players on a server, and each one of those players is level 100, has a level 3 garrison, level 3 shipyard, and is perfectly capable of running legacy raids. Okay? So the average gold that you're going to get from your shipyard and your garrison missions is generally, depending on how many treasure hunters you have, level 3 Lunar Fall in, but a good baseline is between 4 to 8k, and legacy raids is about 8 to 10k. These are the averages that I've had over the past few months, and I've been doing legacy raids forever. So we're going to go ahead and use the low end numbers of that, and we're going to call it 12,000 gold a week. Now, what this means is you have 12,000 gold a week being put into the game on 1,000 characters, which basically equates to 12 million gold a week across that particular server. What the hell is going on outside? Time Warner van backing up and shit beeping. That's a pretty low-end estimate in my opinion, especially when you consider, people do have 10 characters that are level 100 that they run legacy raids with and have level 3 garrisons with shipyard, Lunar Fall in, everything, good to fucking go. That's a pretty low-end estimate. And when you really think about, a person having 10 characters doing this, that is 1% of the example that I just gave, which is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous amount of gold being made a week and being put into the game. It's essentially like if you made, everybody could print their own money. The value of $1 would be, extremely low. One thing, I really would just want to drive the point I'm saying here home, so I'm going to show an example of some mounts. We're going to look at the Coalfist Gromling. Now, I looked at a couple different servers because I wanted to make sure it wasn't just Storm Rage that was like this. Generally, Coalfist Gromlings are between 500 to 1,500 gold, and that is because they're very easy to farm. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Swift Spectral Tiger, which you see is generally between 500,000 to 900,000, maybe gold cap, depending on how low pop your server is. So, why is it like this? It's because Coalfist Gromling are very easily acquired, and Swift Spectral Tiger mounts are very difficult to acquire. So obviously, the more there is of something, the less it's worth. The less there is of something, the more it's worth. I hope that makes sense. So, the less gold that there is in your server's economy, the more your gold is worth. This is really important right now because Legion's about to come out. There's going to be new players coming in. People getting a fresh start to WoW, or people coming back to WoW, maybe from, maybe they quit in fucking Cataclysm and they're coming back now. These people are going to be so far behind due to the inflation that has occurred, especially when, as far as I know, Blizzard said that they were going to be taking out the treasure hunter and the shipyard missions when Legion launch hits, which I'm honestly happy about. But these people are going to be so far behind because they don't have, they haven't been able to keep up with the inflation. Is basically what I'm trying to say. I made a joke in a video a couple days ago saying that, I love my Lunar Fall Inn and my shipyard because they bring in all kinds of gold. All kinds of gold. And I love them right now because they are something that is helping me keep up with everybody else. If they were removed, I would be happy because that is going to lower the amount of gold in the economy. I even said I wanted them in Legion. I honestly don't. I mean, I was honestly just kidding. That is something in the game that is just really ruining the economy. And with the way things are going, Warlord's launch was crazy, right? Like, WoD launch was absolutely fucking, prices on shit was fucking crazy. And I mean, like, the fuck, when Legion hits, if this shit keeps up, like, it's gonna be like fucking DPS and Mr. Pandaria crazy. Like, motherfucking pulling like 250k for no damn reason, like pre-stat squish mop. That's how damn crazy the gold inflation's gonna be. So I want to talk about a couple things that I have in mind that could actually lower the amount of gold on the server, which is what we really need to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at the black market auction house. As you can see, there was a what the fuck is it? The Cobalt Cloud Serpent, Thundering Cobalt, the shit that fucking Hulan drops. I don't remember the damn name. I know it's Cobalt. It's cool and it's black. That's just 950k on the black market auction house. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why does that matter to me? You know, I only have like 20k in my bags and shit, and I can't afford that. Well, how does that help me at all? Well, back to the mount discussion. That would take 950,000 gold out of your economy. And what that does is that helps gold in your server be worth more, which drives prices down, so newer players or old players coming back to the game can now afford things, and they can keep up with the more experienced, higher-end players. Something else that I have to credit Asmongold to this, because it's a really great idea, is having your upgrades actually cost gold. Maybe like Valor upgrades costing gold and Valor. Because this is honestly going to affect high-end players more than it is low-end players. High-end players are obviously going to have more gear to upgrade. They're going to be consistently progressing, consistently paying more often to upgrade their items. And that's going to drive gold down again. Whereas newer players, or, you know, players that aren't progressing as quick as the high-end players, aren't going to be spending as much because they're not going to be getting upgrades as often. Another idea that I had that it makes sense to me is the higher item level your gear is, you should have to pay significantly more to repair it. An example of that is like, let's say you have a 741 Frost Death Knight. Okay, I feel like his repairs should be at least 50% to 100% more than a 693 Fury Warrior. Just because if you think about it, the quality of the gear, the higher the quality of whatever you're using is, the harder it should be to fix. And that's just giving it like an immersion reason, but it does make sense when you think about it. I also I would like another version of the what the fuck is it called? The Tundra Mammoth, Traveler's Tundra Mammoth, and the Grand Expedition Yak. I would like another version of that is a hell of a lot more expensive than what they are. The Yak is like 120,000 gold, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. I would like another iteration of that, but 240,000, maybe 300, 400,000 gold. That's not going to affect, you know, new players at all, because they ain't even fucking worried about it. They don't even know where the damn vendor that sells it's at. They don't even know how to farm the rep to be able to buy it. That don't mean shit to them. But high-end players, they're gonna know, because that's a straight EP stroke right there. That's an EP hand job. Like, damn, you bought a mount that is like minimum 400k. Damn, that's an EP blow job. That's what the fuck that is. And I feel like we need more of things like that in the game. Just that would bring our economy to a more stable rate, or a more stable inflation rate. And it would be better ways to take gold out of the game, which is, again, what we really need to do just to keep even middle ground players able to afford items, and new players especially being able to keep up and afford things in the auction house, upgraded gear in Legion. But that's just my opinion. That's all that is. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you disagree with me, if you agree with me, if you think it's bullshit that you should have to repair more because you're better at the game, or not even necessarily better at the game, but have more shit in the game. Just let me know what y'all think. It's all open for discussion. That's why I make videos like this. But let me just suck my own dick for $1 here and ask y'all to like, comment, and subscribe.
Get up.